Hi there and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Lauren and welcome. If you would like to learn how to do this eye look that I have on today, please follow along. There is new content every week, so like and subscribe. Hi my lovely, pretty, beautiful human beings. So I'm going to get started. I had another request put in for a look that I posted on one of my favorite Colourpop Facebook groups to do a look with the Nude Mood palette, which is my very first Colourpop palette that I got. As you can see, it's well loved. And one thing too I wanted to mention is I do like to try to stick with one palette typically for the looks that I do, only because I think it's easier if there are people that want to try to recreate the look that I'm doing instead of having to try and, you know, go out and buy, you know, 4 palettes for one look. I try to stick with one palette so that way it's easier for other people to try to recreate if they choose to do so. And you know, it's also nice as well because, you know, the palette that they put out, you know, all the colors are supposed to you know, blend and wear well together. So in case anybody was wondering, that is why I typically will stick with one palette per look. So I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. I went ahead and did my brows first, and then I kind of cleaned them up a little bit with some Colourpop concealer. I am going to go in with the Colourpop cream shadow. It is in the color Laurel, and I am going to go ahead and use this as my base. So I'm going to go ahead and start in with that. And I just kind of like this because it gives such a nice clean base, and it's a very neutral color. I also use the color Broncos, which is a little bit, this one's a little bit warmer. I think the Laurel and the Bronco is a little bit cooler. So I guess it really just kind of depends on the look that you're going for. Make sure it's all evenly smoothed out there. All right, so first I am going to go ahead and put down a nice transition color. Okay, so I'm using the Colourpop Nude Mood palette, and I just cleaned my brushes the other day, but then I was playing with them with some eyeshadow, so they got a little dirtied up, so I'm just kind of going to be cleaning them in between with my little brush cleaner here that I use. So I'm taking a Colourpop E22 and going in with the color Bare to Wear, which is this right here, and I'm using this as my over transition color for the crease, or that I'm going to put in there, right, pop it in for the crease right there. And this is definitely going to be a lot more of a neutral, more subtle look than the past ones that I have done on here. I like to kind of switch it up and, you know, do different looks for different tastes. Different people like, you know, to keep things more subtle, more quote-unquote wearable. So I'm just gonna pop this right into that crease area. And this just kind of gives you like a nice it kind of helps set that cream shadow also to make it easier for the shadows to blend on top of. I'm just gonna go back and forth between each eye. And then when I am happy with that, like I said, well, actually with this look, I think I will be doing a small half cut crease, just to make that inner color pop a little bit more. But I think next week I'm gonna do a look without a cut crease, just for, you know, some versatility. Not everybody likes to do a cut crease. Not everybody's comfortable with them. So I'm gonna try and, you know, make this channel more universal for everybody, you know, in different comfortabilities of makeup application for, you know, everybody isn't, like I said, comfortable doing that. I might have to go in and fix that eyebrow. I'm looking at it, looks a little uneven. Driving me crazy. I'll fix that later. Okay, so now that I have that, I'm gonna take, let's see, this is a Sigma E25. It's just a little bit denser than the one I just used, and I'm going to be going on the outer crease area, and I'm gonna use the color, the Cocoa, which is down here on the bottom, in the middle. With this, I'm gonna go ahead and darken up that outer. And we'll just go back and forth and just even that up on each side. There. Bring it down a little bit here on the outer corner. And then whatever, I intentionally did not do the rest of my face makeup so I can create a cleaner edge out here after I'm done. If I bring it a little further out, then I can make it a really nice sharp cut on the edge. All right, then I am gonna go ahead and go in and do my cut crease, and then I will fill in more. I just realized my light wasn't on. That probably helps a little bit. Whoopsie. So I'm gonna go in with my Colourpop No Filter Concealer in the color Light 10. And my favorite little cut crease brush that I don't know where it's from. You can get a brush like this pretty much anywhere. On Amazon or... So I'm just gonna go ahead and dip my brush into that. Like I said, I'm just gonna do a small half cut crease. This look is supposed to be more of a subtle, everyday wearable look. Okay, then go ahead and do the other side. Alright, I'm thinking it looks fairly even here. Alright, then I'm just gonna go in with my pinky and just sort of blend that in a little bit, soften it up on those edges. Sometimes I'll use a fluffy brush, but your finger works just as well. Alright, and now I am gonna go in with, let me see here, my favorite little Urban Decay brush that I use all the time on here. And I'm gonna go in with the color Moody, which is this super dark brown color in the corner. And this is gonna be my outer lid color. And I'm just kind of tapping it right along the edge there. And I'm not bringing it all the way up and covering up that reddish brown we put on the outer crease. But this will just kind of help add some more dimension and blend in some of what we got here on the edge from where we put our cut crease in. And same on this side. Alright, and I know this is looking kind of crazy on the outer edges, but we're gonna clean that up before I put my face makeup on and everything. All right, so then after that, I'm gonna go in with my Colourpop E24 to go ahead and put in that lighter color in the inner lid, which is called Bluffin', right here. And that's just gonna lighten up that inner corner there. And that's what I normally do, is I just pat that color in. As you can see, it really just starts pulling that look all together. And same on this side. And I am going to go in with another color to transition between this and the outer, that darker color. I'm just going to add a little bit of shimmer. So for that color, I am going to use Put On Hair. What is it? Put On Airs, which is this middle one. And that's just kind of going to add a little bit of, like I said, a little shimmer to this look, because most of the colors that I've used so far are matte. And I'm just going to pat it right here in between. This is that like little transition between that darker and the lighter. And then once you actually get that color applied, we can go in with the fluffier brush and blend it so it's creates a softer appearance. I'm going in with the E22 and just kind of dusting it over top of that. You can see how much smoother that does. Very nice. Okay, Now, that is pretty much it as far as the eyeshadow on the top parts of my lid is going to. I'm gonna go ahead and finish doing some of my makeup. I'm gonna clean up this outer edge, give it a nice sharp edge right here. And then I will be back to do my pencil liner and my liquid liner and mascara. Okay, I had to switch this around. Let's try it this way. So like I said, I'm just gonna go ahead and follow my crispy line I made over here. And I just bring it straight down. And then I bring this over. And depending on how dramatic you want your line or your wing to be, will be determined by how high up you bring it. So this definitely is a more dramatic wing. I bring it quite high up on the side. But then, as you can see, when I look down, I'm gonna obviously clean that up a little bit, but it makes like a thicker triangle shape. Please excuse my super awkward, weird faces that I make when I'm putting that on. All right, so then if you want it to be a little thicker up here, I'll just kind of bring it across. I kind of like how that's looking. And to be honest with you, I hardly ever bring my liner all the way across the top of my lid. I feel like it kind of makes my eyes look smaller when I do. So I usually will just bring it in the outer 1/3 of my eye. But, you know, if that is something that you would like, if you prefer to bring it all the way across, then do whatever is comfortable for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to replicate that on the other side here. Typically when I'm not doing this on camera, I am like 2 inches away from the mirror and super close up and making the weirdest faces known to man. So bear with me here while I try to attempt this wing. And the reason why I don't, aside from it feeling like it closes off of my eyes a little bit, is I like to put my lashes on, and then when I put lashes on, it kind of makes the illusion that I have liner all the way across. So, all right, now that I've got that on, they look fairly even. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do my mascara and put some lashes on and my lips, and I will show you the final look. All right, and this is the final look. I've got my lashes on, and I put some Colourpop lip color, lippie stick color on, and yeah, I'm really happy with the outcome of how this turned out. It's really nice and blended. It's simple, but there's still a little fun pop of color in there. If you would like to recreate, then follow this tutorial. And if, as always, if you have any suggestions or requests of eyeshadow palettes, please like and subscribe, and then comment down below. And there will be content every week that will be uploaded, so please tell your friends. Thank you so much.